What up, people? It's your boy Damo D, and I'm back with another video, man. Uh, you see, you see me now. You know, it's not just a voice. Uh, been working hard. I'm working very hard to get this going. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, hopefully, it goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? To the point, where it's popping. You know what I'm saying? Where I can start doing this on more of occasions. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, today's not about me. I'm going in about me. All right, but today is about the Eagles. Man, after their performance against the Giants, I mean, the Giants didn't have everybody on their team. Obviously, they had a few of their stars not playing, but with that happening or whatnot, it's just like, man, like after watching that game, they pretty much had a somewhat of a good hand. Like I always say that divisional game is always up in hand, no matter who's like really all the way at the top, who's at the bottom. It doesn't matter. The divisional game is always a back and forth type of thing. Like you can't put your finger on it to most of the time, and especially for the NFC East, it does not matter. So yeah, they had a pretty good game in retrospect. Let's go to it. They had a 48-22 to win, which it brings up this, which is why I wanted to talk about this. Are the Eagles legit? Like, are they at the point where we have to kind of start saying next year we need to start preparing for them to be one of those upper echelon teams that needs to be focused on? Because it's like, man, they could be very scary in the future. You know what I'm saying? And for a person who likes the Commanders, who are in their division, they scare me a lot, because even though we did beat them, we understood how to beat them, and that's just because we used our we used what works best for us. But not a lot of other teams are using it. Like when they played the Colts, they needed to run the ball to Taylor more than trying to do everything else. So it's like every other team is like trying to play at their pace, but they're not trying to beat what beats them. Because the Colts were in it. The Colts could have won that game, but no. So the Eagles are remaining solid, and if it wasn't for us, they would be undefeated right now. You could say it was kind of a luck. You could say it was kind of a or whatever, but it happened, and it's just like, can the Eagles really sustain a dominant future? I mean, you have Hurts, who's probably, I think maybe he has maybe 2 to 3 more years on his contract. As if they pick up the tag or not, not the franchise tag, but the 5th year option. It should be coming. It's coming soon for him to get his money. You know what I'm saying? And they got AJ Brown. They got all these people. I think AJ Brown is signed through what it says right here. According to what was it? It's over the cap. AJ Brown is signed to 2028 right now. So, I mean, maybe I don't know for sure, but they have enough cap space next year coming up. Right now, it says they only have like $5 million, but irregardless, like you give up all of your draft picks to basically go win the Super Bowl. You do the Rams thing, but the only difference is that these guys that you're doing it with are younger. See what I'm saying? Like, you have a younger group of guys that can go out and do these things. You're not going out and getting veterans. Yeah, it was not like you're not going out and you're not going out to get people and having a whole bunch of veteran crew. Like, this team is really young, man. Like, I mean, Darius Slade probably has about 2-3 more prime years in him. The safety Gardner, he's proven to become a very, 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 very high caliber safety, and I would look for him to be like maybe top 3 in the safeties when those Madden rating comes out, when those Madden rating comes out, I'm expecting him to be in the top 3 because why? He's really good. He's really good. He's really good. Bradbury, he's in the top 15 of corners, you could say. You know, and there's 32 teams with two cornerbacks on each team. Let's just say that. Let's not go to nickels and all that other stuff. Let's just say there's 32 teams of 2 starting cornerbacks, and Bradbury and Slay are in the top 15. Slay's obviously in the top 5 right now, playing at the top 3 level. So it's just like if they can consistently get that, continue going. I mean, the only thing I would say is, you know, like Lane Johnson is kind of getting up there, but that's about it. I mean, their offense. Well, Kelsey's a little up there too, but I mean, offensive linemen have a bigger shelf life than a lot of other positions, but it sometimes can come and go. But I mean, hey, they have a very dominant offensive line. Their running backs can hit the hole, take it, get you 100-some yards. Jalen Hurts is balling. My only thing is, as they progress, they will have to start slowly wrinkling down on how much Jalen Hurts is running, because you don't want to put your what we think we probably make like 40 to 50 million. You don't want to put that out there consistently 11 times a game to getting hurt. Like on the design runs is what I'm saying. I would say design runs 4 to 5 times. If he feels like running, that's different. But design runs, you have to cut that back though. But other than that, I really feel that they're a threat in the division. I mean, they have to be. Like, look at everybody else. I mean, let's be honest. Daniel Jones, is he really the face? Is he really the quarterback to for the Giants? Are they really going to stay with him for the next 3 years? Heineke, I love Heineke for what he does for the team, but I don't want him to be our quarterback for the next 3 years. Who am I forgetting? Dallas. I mean, Dak's obviously going to be the quarterback for the next 3 years, but like, what they're there. I think they're there, and I think what will get them, in my opinion, what will get them to be like, yeah, they're legit, like straight legit, nothing else, no tomfoolery with them is. See, some people say getting to the NFC finals. I forget what it's called. Championship game is enough. I don't think so, especially if you're the number 1 seed, because you're going to get that bye. Then you just got to play somebody in the divisional round, and then you just got to play somebody in the conference finals. So it should be. Right? Yeah. Right? No. Well, the last championship game before you go to the Super Bowl, I can't remember what it is. But that one, yeah, you know, if they get there, if anything, it probably would be them versus the 49ers, you would think. But it'd be a running game. Oh, gosh. Yeah, but if they get there, I can kind of say, okay, Hurts won a few games, and, you know, now they got something to more build on versus an experienced team. They can beat them and get to the Super Bowl. Obviously, I would think that they arrived. If they can win the Super Bowl, obviously, I would think that they arrived. You know, so I mean, the Eagles are there. The Eagles are there, and we gotta start fearing them. And I don't want to get too much into it with the Cowboys. I don't like the Cowboys, so I won't talk much about the Cowboys. But I will say one thing: they are somewhat there as well. They are somewhat there as well. They have that same philosophy, same scheme, not scheme-wise for like plays and all that stuff, but like scheme like for wise as young group, young talent, built through the draft. Only difference is that the Eagles needed somebody else to help them get to the point they're at. Like they needed A.J. Brown. They needed a number 1 wide receiver, a full number 1 threat that would give Devontae Smith one-on-one opportunities with the second or third string or safety, because A.J. Brown is getting doubled. by either a linebacker in a corner or a corner and a safety. So it's what they kind of needed, because if it was just Devontae Adams and who else, like you would probably be like, oh, Quez Watkins. I don't think Quez Watkins would have pretty much shown that he could be a solid number 2 without A.J. Brown being there and it just being Devontae Adams. I mean, Devontae Smith. So, I mean, they have it. They are on that cusp of being legit. We just got to admit it. They're right there. They're right there. They're right. They're right there. They're gonna have it kind of easy, because they'll probably be facing the number 7. You know, I don't really know who number 7 would be. Could be us. Could be the Giants. Could be whatever. But hey, you never know. Football does change. So I'm not gonna say that they got it easy, but you know, they're definitely at the top right now. The way they've been balling, the way Jalen Hurts been balling, the MVP of the league so far. If you haven't seen that podcast, go watch the podcast. I mean, we'll go listen to the podcast. Go on YouTube. You can go to my things. You go type in DPJR2323, and then you can find it. We talking about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts he has to be. Before I end this, I just want to go over his stats. I just want to go over the stats of the game, and then we can pretty much end this, because I'm just saying the same thing, right? Let's go over the box score for the Eagles Giants game. Jalen Hurts had 21 of 31 completions. He had 217 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had 7 rushes for 77 yards and 1 touchdown. And, you know, the biggest thing is not giving away the ball. Like, I giving away the ball. And I ain't gonna go into it, man. I had a joke in my head, but it's not even it's not even worth saying. Yeah, so that makes him on the season 3,100 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, which is first in the league. He has a 70 QBR now. He's 22 in touchdowns, which is tied for 5th, and his 1,300 yards is tied for 10th. You would like to see him pass it a little bit more yards, but at the end of the day, that's just his passing. I didn't go into his rushing, but you know, he does more on the ground than you would think. You know, it doesn't give me a full scope of his running, and I'm not about to add all this stuff up. So I was just say, let's maybe say 600 yards, maybe somewhere around there, with like about 6 touchdowns on the ground. Let's just say somewhere around there. But yeah, hey, Eagles are legit, or becoming legit, and we must fear them. I want to say thank you guys for tuning in with me today. This is my first time doing this. I think I might continue doing this. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. This will be on YouTube. Give me a thumbs up or whatever, and then we can go from there. If you don't like it, I'm so sorry. but yeah, just hit me up. Put something in the comments. Say you like it or not. We can continue to do these things. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say thank you and peace.